So our molds are made out of plaster. We have stamp molds and cavity molds. The stamp mold just stamps the design onto the clay, and the cavity mold you press the clay into and then remove the tile from the mold. So this board here is a slab board. It gives me this is actually giving me a 3/4 inch slab of clay. Our tiles are about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch thick. And this clay will fire red even though it's just chocolate color now. So I'm gonna do a stamp tile here. So originally the molds had a block of wood embedded into the back of the stamp molds. But you can mimic that by just putting a block on top of it, and then you don't have to put nails in the block. And then we're just gonna tamp this. And then we use a clay knife to trim off the excess clay. Most of the tiles are made with the press. It's a faster method to meet demand. And then we have a stamp here. This is a special stamp for the wedding. And I'm just gonna press that into the back. And anything that's not an original design will get a special edition stamp as well. A little notch, one to hang it, the Tile Works stamp, and then we also have benchmarks too. Put those on. Usually we'll let them sit on the mold for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll peel them off. Now you can see the design, the impression that the mold makes on the clay. And we'll just clean up the outside edges. A lot of the originals, they wouldn't even do this. They were done at that point. And we'll set them aside to dry. They'll dry for about 2 weeks, give or take. And then we can bisque fire them in the kiln. The bisque firing is the first firing. And then when they come out of the bisque, we'll apply glazes to them that are based on Mercer's original recipes. And then we'll fire them again in the glaze kiln. And then when that cools down, then we can unload them and they're finished. And that's how we make the tiles.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Look at all this beautiful work that can be done using these original processes. If you know a craft, this is what you do.
Yeah, so Mercer started the Tile Works to preserve the old craft of tile making, and that's the museum's intent as well. It's certainly not the only way that we make that tiles are made. Most of the methods that Mercer adopted are medieval tile making techniques. Tree here.
Oh, wow. Look at how beautiful that is. The tree of life. Thank you so much for showing us these two techniques. That was fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.